Behind me is the Ranger XP Kinetic, and it just might be the best way to have a side-by-side. If, well, you can afford it. Hey, it's Tim, Pickup Truck Plus SUV Talk. Let's talk about why this is so good and why you probably want to take a look at it. So let's flip this camera around. We'll do a walk around the exterior here, and then I'll show you some footage where I had some fun with it. Okay, this is the Ranger XP Kinetic. It comes in two varieties, premium and ultimate trims. This is the ultimate because there's a 29.8 kilowatt hour battery, and that has about 80 miles of range. 80 miles of range, so I noticed it right here, 80 miles of range. The other one gets 45 miles of range. Price difference about $5,000. You can see that big bull bar in the front with the hook up there. We have 8-ply 29-inch Pro Armor tires. We have 14 inches of ground clearance. We have additional 10 inches of suspension travel. This thing is set up to have some fun. As you can see, I did. One of the things I'm really interested in with this Polaris XP is how long does it take to actually charge, and how long does that battery hold up in the cold. So I'm going to turn this on, and you'll see it start up here in a minute, and I'll give you a number on what our battery. I've run this down about as far as I can handle it without getting massive range anxiety. I got this like 1 bar up there, and then when this screen pops on, we'll actually see. Yeah, here it's Ride Commander's turning on. We'll see battery cold, temporary reduced performance. So it'll lose percentage of range based on cold temperatures, which you know from EVs, not a new thing. 13% is our battery, how much we have charged. Now, my plan here is to kind of, well, I'm going to plug this in to a 220 hookup I have at my house. You can do 110. It's about 10 hours of full charge. It's set from empty to full. I have 220. I have a 220 charger. So I'm just going to use that and see how fast that goes. Because I think if you're going to use this on a daily basis, you're going to end up doing 220 anyways. 110 is fine, and it does work, but 220 is really where it's at. So I'm going to plug this in. Then I'm going to come back and show you the full video. Then I'm going to come back in probably a couple days. I want to see how much it loses as it sits. Now, if I recall, I had this down to about 22%. It's been about 5 days since I drove it, and now it's down 13%, if I recall correctly. But this next time in this video, I'm going to do it accurately, and we're going to plug it in and go from there and see what it shows. So the key to plugging it in, you got to make sure it's in park, and you got to turn it off and basically take the cat battery out. You don't want to have it on while it's charging. Safety protocol. Now, Polaris does sells, whatever. They sent me a charger, a Polaris charger, but it works on the 110 configuration, and I want more power. More power. I had to Google this to figure out where the charger was because my little net thing covered it up. But there it is there. Now I have this hooked up to 220 that goes to my box in the basement, and you can see this 220 cable. It's this guy. Looks like a dryer plug. It's a little bit different. Each one of these 220 plugs, actually, they have a variety of different ones. So this one's going to fit right in there. And they tell you for safety reasons to plug that in first, then plug in the vehicle. I've always learned. Now, I have 220 because I do a lot of electric cars on this channel. And you need a little bit faster charging speed. So take this, and we'll plug it in like so. Until it clicks. Let's see what's in there. So it shows here. Oh, it is flashing. And it looks like it's charging. Let's see what this does. Okay, now we're coming back. We went up 1%. It's now at 4.8 kilowatts to 5. It seems like it is calmed down. 3 hours and 44 minutes left is what I take that screen to be right there. So it looks like it's working. It should take about 3 hour 45 minutes to get it full charged and 13%. So pretty accurate right on the 5 hour mark. And so it's 10 o'clock or so this morning, closer to 11. I was going to go out this afternoon and check my I have some game cams out of my deer blinds that I have set up. I was gonna go check this out, so we'll see if it gets fully charged before I want to go out there. It's still gonna be a nice day here in December in Nebraska, and I kind of want to make use of it and take this guy out. Sorry, get my finger to the camera, but take this guy out while I have decent weather. Okay, let's see what we got here for charging. So I'm still plugged in. Let's see if my watch pulls up here. It is a little bit before 3 o'clock, so it's been charging for several hours. And what do you know? Fully charged. So it is all ready to go. It charged up in that period of time, empty to full again on 110 twice as long. So maybe, I think it's like 10 hours in the chart I saw. This one took about 4 and it was down to like 20-some%. So I'm gonna leave this plugged in because it's what you do with EVs overnight. Not really feeling driving around at the moment. It's supposed to be a little warmer on Saturday too, so maybe we'll take a little trip on Saturday and do more with this. Okay, let's check this out. It's been sitting for about 2 weeks, not plugged in, and the battery was like around 90% when I turned it off. Let's see how much we've lost the time it's been sitting. So doesn't flicker. It flickers in your screen, it doesn't flicker on mine when I'm sitting there looking at it. So let's see, time, yeah, regen, power. Well, let me turn. Power is 0. Let's see. No, power is 92%. Right there. So it's been sitting for weeks and hasn't lost any power. That's pretty crazy. In cold temperatures. It got snowed on and still retains all that power. That's impressive. Now they all come as a single row, 3-seater here. This is an open cab by design. It has been cold in Nebraska. Not kidding, I haven't driven it as much as I wanted to. We do have a dump box in the back. This will tow up to 2,500 pounds and has 1,250 pounds of payload. It's quick, it's quiet, it's easy to drive. You just hop in, there's a little button right here I'll show you, and you just press the button, forward or reverse, go up to high or low gear, and you're ready to go. It's really simple. You can see I've been plugging in for a while. Cold weather range has really affected this. I'm getting about half the range I should with the cold weather. But you have a little glove box there, cup holders, more storage bins, your seats, and the more bins there. So it's pretty nicely well equipped. Now the press release I have says it starts at $29,000. I looked up online, there's some in the $30,000 range, so it is rather pricey. But it's one of those situations where it's quick, it's quiet, easy to drive. It depends on your area. I know it's more expensive than the gasoline version by a fair amount, but I don't know. I like it. I like it if I had the money, lived in an area, I'm thinking like duck hunting, goose hunting, I'm on a ranch somewhere where I have noise limitations, or I'm in a city environment, something like that noise limitations. I'm thinking about like city workers, city employees. Yeah, this thing would really rock. Now, yeah, if you're a city employee, that'd be really cool to have this too. Okay, that's what my thoughts here are on these Ranger XP Kinetic. I know it's pricey, guys. What do you guys think, though? I mean, besides the price, this thing is really good. I mean, it's everything you'd want. It's kind of going from like a gas golf cart to a battery electric golf cart. Turn the key over, press the accelerator, and you're golden. So I like it. It's been a fun couple days when I've had a chance to drive it when it has been so bitter cold. I do think it's got to have a cab. It needs a heater. But that's just me here in Nebraska. Maybe down south Louisiana. Maybe not right now. Florida just got 10 inches of snow. I don't know. I'm rambling. Put your comments down below. Let me know. To the website at pickuptrucktalk.com. As always, thanks for watching. I will see you down the road.